started a service project to give back to veterans called the Star from Pop. Admiral Chester W. Nimitz once said, "At Iwo Jima, uncommon valor was a common virtue." That statement can be used for any veteran in any branch of the military, anywhere across the globe. Many veterans didn't ask to leave their homes to fight on a distant battlefield, but all share two common virtues: courage and selflessness. I am here to give back to those who have given so much for me and for this great country. Being the grandson of two Marines, one during peacetime and one who fought in the Battle of Iwo Jima, I have been raised to be respectful, loyal, and extremely patriotic. I started this service project in a civic engagement and leadership class so I could give back to veterans in honor of my grandfather. My grandfather, Corporal Dominic A. Padilla, shared time in the United States Marine Corps while he was stationed in Hawaii, China, and most members of Iwo Jima. After basic training, he was assigned to the 5th Marine Combat Engineers, an outfit that built bridges and pontoons. In 1944, my grandfather was shipped to Hawaii where he received training in machine guns and demolition equipment. He was then assigned to the 28th Infantry as a demolition specialist on Iwo Jima. Preparing to plant some explosives in one of the tunnels that the Japanese had dug in the island, my grandfather glanced up at Mount Strelbachi and saw the American flag atop the long pole. This past October, my grandfather passed away at the age of 89, but his legacy still lives on in my project, rightfully called the Star from Pop. My grandfather once said in an interview with the Gypsy Journal for Memorial Day, "Memorial Day was always a sacred observance. I'll never forget all the guys I knew who died, and I think America doesn't do enough to remember them." That is why I started this project, to honor those who gave so much for us and for this great country. I have collected flags that have been flown all across the country, and I have removed the stars to couple them with a card that states, "I am part of our American flag that has flown over the USA. I can no longer fly. The winds have caused me to become tattered and torn. Please carry me as a reminder that you were not forgotten." I know this is done on a much larger national level. However, I wanted to give back to the veterans in my community of Dutchess County and the larger Hudson Valley. I have had 5 events in which I have given out my stars. These events include Castle Point VA Hospital Memorial Day event, St. Denis Parish's Memorial Day Mass, the Town of Beacon Memorial Day Parade, and my own Arlington High School Memorial Day Remembrance, and most recently, Assemblyman Kieran Michael Lawler's 71st anniversary of the D-Day invasion. These events, with the exception of the D-Day commemoration, are shown in my presentation this evening. So making the stars, really all I did was I collected a bunch of flags. I think I collected around 8. So then we would just cut the stars out. This star right here is actually the one that we had given my grandfather before he passed away. I think it was only a couple weeks. So this was kind of like the start of the project. And it was kind of the inspiration for getting the ball rolling. The 2 kids on the bottom, I really procrastinated in a way, and I wasn't getting a lot of the stars done. They made over 150 stars, I think, with the card and everything in there. So this was my first event. It was at the VA Castle Point campus, and this was a couple days before Memorial Day. But during this event, I was able to meet Major Emilio Melendez, who was a decorated soldier. He was one of the first guys that was in the video. And then towards the end was Senator Larkin, and that was just such a big honor to meet him. And he actually gave me the Purple Heart pin that I'm wearing today. My next event was at my hometown parish, St. Denis and Hopewell Junction, and this was on Memorial Day. St. Denis, what really touched me about it was the Mass was held outdoors, and it was actually right in front of our cemetery, and right to the right was where my grandfather was buried. So it was just kind of a nice correlation between the two. Another thing that touched me was I knew a lot of the veterans that were there. I do work at the church, so I run into these people on a weekly basis. It was just a really nice experience for me to be able to kind of see them in a different aspect and remember them as veterans and not just your daily churchgoers. Next is the Town of Beekman Memorial Day Parade. As I was at the Town of Beekman Parade, I met Mark Coviello. He's the founder and president of the newly founded Hudson Valley Hero Project. I have been in contact with Mark, and I want to start volunteering with him. What the Hudson Valley Hero Project does is it's really there just for veterans. They do equine PTSD therapy, along with supplying troops overseas. They do college tuition assistance. And for combat veterans that are just coming home from Iraq, Afghanistan, they do free cruises for them. Mark said on his way back, he really just needed to decompress after being in the middle of an ambush there. He did receive a Purple Heart. So it's just a really nice program. His website will be coming up later along with the one that I have. And then at Arlington High School, where obviously I'm from, the Memorial Day Remembrance at Arlington was really special for me because we also honored a Charlie Johnson, who was an Arlington graduate, and he was a Korean War hero. Charlie rescued Mr. Don Dingy on the bottom right. And also his lieutenant. Charlie was killed in the line of fire, dragging his classmate back to safety. He was never rewarded the Congressional Medal of Honor, although he should have been. And it was just a really nice way to have this event at my high school. And then on the top left, that's my other grandfather who served during peacetime. Top right is my uncle. He was a Navy Seabee. And then on the bottom left is Command Sergeant Major Ricky Davis. He started up a gym down in one of the Carolinas, kind of in memory of Charlie Johnson, because that was where Charlie did like his basic training and everything. So it was just really nice, and it was a really nice night. And then, so my website is up there. It's starfrompop.weebly.com. I am trying to get like more events going to give back to veterans and just stuff that I have been doing. And on the bottom there is the Hudson Valley Hero Project website. And again, that's the one that Mark Coviello founded, and just to be there for veterans, really.